Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down.
The new vanilla macchiato from Starbucks, crafted by hand
Truly
and heart.
great product is ultimately
I talked to
defined
DJI's
by
Mike and Terry about the new drone.
Tickets are now dying.
In this modern age, we advance technologically, discovering and surpassing our former limits, figuring out who we are and will become. In the process, we have lost our grasp on reality and our importance as a being, our capability of shaping a democracy in order to pursue a more perfect union. Participation in developing has become our daily trip to Starbucks, or our update to the new iPhone, spending our days engulfed up in a world based on self-centered welfare. We've been bombarded with massive tons of media, forcing us to zone out, drawing us into other means of fulfilling our lives. The amount of information generated in the last 15 years is greater than the sum of all information generated in the history of mankind.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving much faster than it ever was. You know, you have action riding over here, you have, the next piece of hardware coming out that you carry in your pocket. And yet it seems like the world's moving faster. But I can guarantee you, the world still spins at the exact same speed it spun 2,000 years ago, before any of this ever existed. The thing is, why does it feel like it's moving faster? Is that what you're seeing? Is that how you're feeling? Last time I checked, the day is still 24 hours.
Media is changed, especially for your generation, where everything is. So, there's nothing that's really in-depth. It's more kind of sensational and quick. And because of that, you're missing, you don't see the forest from the trees or something like that. There's some sort of saying like that. You're not taking in everything. You can only take in small bits at a time.
Shock value, like everybody's always turning their head like, no way, he just did that. That now shocking is the normal. So now it's almost as if that was the game plan from the beginning. Like we're just going to keep doing all of these really shocking things until until shock doesn't matter anymore, and we'll be able to do whatever we want.
Media has developed into a mass overload of communication, pulling society along with them, altering our minds and becoming the leader in our life. Moving from hard-hitting news to the emphasis on entertainment, from conserving and fighting for our rights to endlessly consuming.
Shopping a month, I'll probably spend maybe $40 average.
Well, I haven't went shopping recently, gladly, but like first semester, my budget, I don't even really think I had a budget. I just was spending.
I just like to dress good. I don't know. It makes me more confident about myself too.
I really like buying clothes because they look nice, and like if I have like events that I need to go to, then I need to buy like certain clothing for certain events, like going out to like certain like formals, or like going to like a Christmas party, or just going to work out. There's lots of different things you can buy clothes for.
I usually shop at like H&M or Forever 21 and just wherever.
If you have the newest stuff or the best stuff, you feel better about yourself.
Like, I like the brands and stuff. Like, I'd rather buy like Uggs over like the like knockoff ones. So like that stuff's more expensive. So yeah, I think that's why I spend more.
The new vanilla macchiato from Starbucks, crafted by hand and heart.
I do go to Starbucks about 3 times a week because it's
good. I mean, I love their drinks, and then at Seaston we don't have a Starbucks, and we have a Fruity and Sip, and I really don't like the Fruity and Sip. I really love Starbucks, so I prefer Starbucks over the Fruity and Sip.
I feel like people would rather be seen holding a cup of coffee that says Starbucks rather than one that says 7-Eleven, although they're basically the same thing, but the Starbucks one costs like 3 times more. What they're buying is the image.
I don't go to Starbucks, one. I rarely go to Starbucks. Occasionally I'll go out to the mall and I'll go shopping, maybe for clothes or something like that.
If you're in shape, you can wear a sack of potatoes because you don't wear clothes when you're having sex. Guys have always been cocky, and taking your shirt off and having abs is nice, and guys have always wanted to get girls, so that's that.
And you'll see this beautiful girl just half naked on a photo. Why? Because she just got like 200,000 likes, and to a certain extent that person feels good about themselves, but the problem is you shouldn't let such shallow things make you give yourself worth.
As our generation moves towards selfish consuming lifestyles, we've diverted from actively participating in political affairs that continue to affect our daily lives as well as our future. People have turned a blind eye towards politics, and we explored how much the media has informed CSUN students about our government. Specifically, who is the Vice President?
Wow, you know what? That's a very good question. I don't. I should know my Vice President. I really don't.
No, is it Hillary Clinton? I don't know who it is.
No, I don't think I do, no.
Of the school or Vice President of the United States? No.
I do not.
I knew this, but I can't remember. It's like Joe Biden or something.
Of course I can. Joe Biden.
The middle class got knocked on their heels. The Great Recession crushed them. They need some help.
I've never seen such little coverage or such little interest in a vice president ever. And I don't know that it's because he doesn't do, I'm not saying it's because he isn't worthy of the coverage. Perhaps it's because our president has so much coverage on the ridiculousness that people perceive him to conduct.
I think kids kind of look at Obama and then everything else is just secondary, you know.
This whole technological generation is very new, so we're kind of the guinea pigs, even though we never signed up to be, but this is something that we're all still kind of learning day by day. And if there's anything that we've learned is that we're a species who loves to get noticed and loves to just get attention, regardless of anything.
Like, I know it's like a thing that's going on right now that like young people are kind of consumed in themselves and they don't really care about anything that's going on around them. And like, I know it's important to care about politics because obviously they're impacting our lives in like major ways, and I don't care enough about them, and I probably should care a lot more because I guess my vote does make a difference even though people don't believe that. But like, when you're young and you're in high school and that's when I guess you start learning about like this major stuff, you're not gonna care.
Because I know that politics is like a huge deal, like in our society or like just in America, but it's just boring. I can't.
Most of the stuff is irrelevant, but the stuff that I care about or that like impact me is stuff about the immigration reform and the stuff about giving illegal immigrants licenses to drive in California.
Ferguson or NYPD in New York. You know, some people might say that, you know, this is something that we have to fight against, this is something that we have to fight for. Some people might just care about the new iPhone. You know, when the iPhone comes out, it brings people from all around the world. It's a big, you know, hype. People are all about it. But when something else goes on in the world, the same generation doesn't care.
When you're young, you want to have everything. Or whatever it is that you want to have. I'm not going to define that.
You know, if you probably ask 10 people who Joe Biden is at your school, 2 might say I know who that is. 3, who's Kim Kardashian? All 10 of them will say, I know who Kim Kardashian is.
Everything that we have, everything that we have access to, everything that we have the ability to buy, to do, to see, takes us away from inside.
As time goes on, media is an ever-growing part of our daily lives and continues to impact our habits and possibly our reasons for existence. But as media continues to grow, it dooms us to a lifestyle of perpetually buying meaningless items to fill our empty, depressing lives. Will our future generations continue to ignore politics, or will they be able to see the value in their voice to help shape the government?
One day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the people injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression.